In a small village where rows of mud houses stood side by side lived a kind-hearted 10-year-old boy named Ethan. His family was poor, yet his parents adored him more than anything. His father toiled all day in the fields while his mother washed dishes in other people's homes. Ethan always wished he could help them, but he was too young and innocent to realize how heavy life's burdens truly were. He dreamed of becoming someone great through his studies. But poverty had locked his dreams in chains. He didn't have neat clothes for school, no proper books to study, and many nights he went to sleep hungry. Still, he never let sadness show on his face. One day, his father made a heartbreaking decision: to send Ethan to the city. "There are no jobs here in the village," his father explained softly. "In the city you can work, learn something new, and build a better life." Ethan didn't understand why he had to leave home, but he agreed, just to keep his parents happy. The next morning, his father placed him on a bus headed to a faraway city where a distant relative lived. Ethan was supposed to stay there and learn work. His mother, hiding her tears, gently touched his head. "Son, stay strong. Never give up. No matter what happens," she whispered with a trembling voice. As the bus drove away, Ethan looked out the window. The village, the trees, the mud houses, everything he loved slowly disappeared. His heart was full of dreams, but he had no idea how brutally life was about to test him. When he stepped off the bus, fear gripped him. The city was overwhelming. Towering buildings, rushing cars, loud noises, and strangers everywhere. He pulled out the address his father had given him and asked people for help, but nobody cared. Some ignored him, others stared at him with cold eyes. Hours passed, the sky darkened, and his stomach remained empty. His feet ached and tears rolled down his cheeks. Alone and confused, Ethan sat in a quiet corner and began to cry. "What should I do? Where should I go?" he whispered. Streetlights flickered on, but inside him was only darkness. He wished someone would help, but no one came. Near a hotel, he spotted leftover food. Starving, he reached for it, only for a man to shout and chase him away. Weak and tired, Ethan lay down outside a closed shop. The cold wind stung his skin and his small body shivered. That night, he discovered for the first time just how cruel the world could be when you're all alone. "Mom, Dad, I'm alone here," he cried quietly before falling into a broken sleep, trembling with fear and hunger. But as the sun rose, a spark of hope flickered inside him. He stood up and told himself, "If I keep crying, nothing will change. I have to do something." Brushing off his dusty clothes, he started walking, not knowing where the road would lead, but determined to keep moving. Suddenly, he came across a crowded tea shop. An old man was brewing tea, while two helpers served customers. Gathering his courage, Ethan asked, "Grandpa, can I get a job here?" The old man studied him from head to toe. His clothes were dirty, his face covered in dust. "Where are you from, child?" he asked kindly. Ethan didn't reveal everything. He only said he came from a village and needed work. The man's heart softened. He handed Ethan a piece of bread and a cup of tea. "Eat this first, we'll talk after." Just like that, Ethan found his first small job, cleaning tables, washing cups, and serving water. It wasn't easy, but at least his stomach wasn't empty anymore. Days turned into weeks. Ethan learned little by little. Some customers treated him rudely, others showed kindness. Slowly he began to understand. People come in all kinds. One day, a well-dressed man entered the shop. His name was Mr. Johnson, a school principal. He watched Ethan work tirelessly, staying polite no matter how people behaved. "Son, why don't you go to school?" he asked. Ethan lowered his eyes and said, "Sir, I have no money." Mr. Johnson was touched. Turning to the old tea seller, he said, "This boy has talent. He must study. I'll arrange for him to join my school." The old man nodded with a smile. "Go, son, write your future." From that day, Ethan started school. In the evenings, he still worked at the tea shop. Slowly, he grew stronger in studies. Every hardship sharpened his mind. Every failure taught him something new. Years slipped by, and Ethan became the brightest student in his school. He won a scholarship that carried him to college. The same boy who once cried on lonely streets was now working in a big company. Yet he never forgot where he came from. One day, he returned to the tea shop. The old man was frail now, his hands trembling. When he saw Ethan walk in wearing a suit, his eyes filled with tears. "Grandpa," Ethan said, holding his hand, "you will not work anymore. I've bought you a new home. Now you will rest." Later, Ethan returned to his village and embraced his parents. Their eyes brimmed with joyful tears. His journey was proof that no matter how hard life becomes, giving up is never the answer. Struggles make us stronger, mistakes guide us, and every trial prepares us for the future.